for
Mm,
the chance to get this. I remember you said
right,
this thing before.
right. So you have done this. I hope the pros and cons of social media sites, the text, you had to, put these words somewhere there sensibly. Clearly, social media sites such as Facebook have many advantages. So what does the word clearly do here? It says that you don't have to debate it clearly. Clearly, social media sites such as Facebook have many advantages. So clearly, why are you using it? To suggest that it is clear. It is clear. You don't have to do a lot of research or debate to understand this. Clear it is. Clearly. Clearly, you're not interested in improving your English. Clearly. Clearly, social media sites such as Facebook have many advantages. They are first of all, they are an excellent way of keeping in touch with people in your life. They are an excellent way, a great way, an excellent way of keeping in touch with people in your life, friends and family, both. Also, also can be used at the beginning of the sentence. Also can be used at the beginning of the sentence. Also, they're a great way of finding old friends. This is another advantage. You can communicate with, hey, listen, when do you put also at the beginning of the sentence? When you are adding the whole idea. The whole idea is addition. Listen, I ate chicken and I also ate sweets. So sweets was added. The addition was sweets. But sometimes what we do, I didn't go to the film. I was tired. I was, I had seen the film. Now, because I had seen the film was another reason why I didn't go. The whole statement was an addition. So also I had seen the film. Are you guys getting when to use also at the beginning of the sentence and when to use it in the middle of the sentence? I don't know if there are lessons, teachers to teach this kind of thing. सिलेबस का हिस्सा नहीं होता ये सब नॉलेज का हिस्सा है मुझे पता है इसलिए मैं बता रहा हूँ कोई सिलेबस में नहीं आता also can be used at the beginning of the sentence when the whole sentence is the addition. I'm telling you, I didn't go to the cinema. हम नहीं गए film. I was tired. ठीक है सेंटेंस खत्म. I was tired, full stop. मैं एक और रीजन देना चाह रहा हूं तो the whole reason is the addition. Aryan is not going. Okay. Is Ankit okay? Just tell, don't get into a fight, don't quarrel. झगड़ा मत करना. Okay, go. Where were we? Yes. I was tired. another reason I'm adding. So the reason is the whole sentence or just one word. I had seen the film. I had seen the film. तो ये भी रीजन था ना why I didn't go to the cinema. तो इसलिए मैंने also I had seen the film. Also पूरे सेंटेंस को ऐड करा. ठीक है, चलो और एग्जांपल देता हूं. We didn't buy the machine, washing machine. We didn't buy the washing machine. Uh, the designs were not very good. The designs were not very good. I'm giving you another reason, okay? The shopkeeper was rather rude. पूरा का पूरा एडिशन है ना, बीच में ऑल्सो कैसे घुसा दे, बीच में कैसे घुसा दे. ऑल्सो द शॉपकीपर वॉज रादर रूड. So also allows you to add one more point. Simple and easy. Now बीच में डाल के देखते हैं. ठीक है, बीच में कहां डालते हैं. Also they abused me and they also slapped me and they also. तो abused me और slapped खाली ऐड हुआ है मेनली. they also slapped me. उन्होंने मुझे गालियां दी, थप्पड़ भी मारा. ठीक है, तो इस सेंटेंस में ऑल्सो बीच में चला गया, नो प्रॉब्लम. दे अब्यूज्ड मी एंड दे ऑल्सो स्लैप्ड मी. तो जब आपके लिए ऑल्सो पूरे सेंटेंस को ऐड कर रहा होगा तो आगे रखो, सेंटेंस एडवर्ब बनाओ उसको. जो फर्स्ट वर्ड आ जाए एडवर्ब तो उसको कहते हैं सेंटेंस एडवर्ब. जैसे अनफॉर्चुनेटली, जैसे बेसिकली, जैसे सडनली. These words come at the beginning of the sentence normally and they prepare you कि भाई अगला लाइन तुम क्या बोलोगे अंदाजा लग रहा है, समथिंग लाइक दैट. ओके, मूड का अंदाजा है. तो सेंटेंस एडवर्ब होता है जो सेंटेंस के शुरुआत में आ जाए. आई होप यू गाइज अंडरस्टूड. ऑल्सो वर्क्स एज अ सेंटेंस एडवर्ब टू. यहां कर सकते हैं. ऑल्सो दे आर अ ग्रेट वे ऑफ फाइंडिंग ओल्ड फ्रेंड्स. And you can communicate with these people आप चाहते तो ऐसे भी कर सकते थे. they are an excellent way of, first of all, they are an excellent way of keeping in touch with people in your life, friends and family. And they are a great way of finding old friends. Also, you can communicate with these people at any time. Also को इस sentence में भी डाल सकते हैं आगे, not a big deal. आप बोथ को डाल सकते थे फ्रेंड्स एंड फैमिली के पहले. They are an excellent way of keeping in touch with people in your life, both friends and family. Both friends and family. And they are a great way of finding old friends. Also means another advantage. उसको भी another advantage दे सकते थे यहाँ भी. Also, you can communicate with these people at any time you want and in many ways. You can communicate at any time you want and in many ways. Communication is not only through text or through call. There are communication of different kinds. For example, you can share your photos. This is also a way of communication now. Also, sorry, for example, you can share your photos or your favorite music and videos with them. Another advantage is that you can join groups with similar interests to yourself. With similar interests to yourself. You can join groups with similar interests to yourself, such as sports, hobbies, and your work. You have similar hobbies. There are people with similar hobbies. They have groups. You can join those groups. You are a teacher. There are other people. They're also teachers. You can join their groups. You like cricket. You are interested in cricket. You play cricket. You can join a group of people who also, play cricket like you. So, yeah, you can join groups with similar interests to yourself, such as sports, hobbies, and your work. Such as के बाद क्या लिखना होता है? What is the difference between for example and such as? Take a look. Take a look at the first paragraph. You will see. For example, you can share your photos. For example, you can share your photos, such as sports, hobbies, and your work. The message is very clear. After such as, we use only nouns or noun equivalents. After such as, we only use nouns or noun equivalents. But after, for example, you can write a clause too. Computers are very useful. You can use computers in many situations. For example, when you are making a list, mobile phones are used for more than just talking to people. The uses are innumerable. For example, you can make a list of things you want to buy when you go shopping on your mobile. ठीक है? क्योंकि फॉर एग्जाम्पल एक लाइन बोलना था तो सच एज नहीं बोल सकते थे. Such as is only used before nouns or noun equivalents. Give me a second. Hello. हम्म. बहुत बढ़िया भाई. भेज दो. भेज दो. ठीक है. ठीक है. हम्म. अच्छा. ठीक है. ठीक. ठीक है. ठीक है. कोई बात नहीं. कोई बात नहीं. भेजो. Finally, my fridge is going to be repaired today. I can't believe how long I had to wait. It's the month of April. It's really hot, unusually hot, and we don't have the fridge in the house functioning, working. My mom has been so annoyed with me. You have time for everything, you have money for everything, but you can't get the fridge fixed. As if she needs the fridge and we don't. She was so annoyed with me. She's gonna be okay now. Okay. However, social media sites have many disadvantages. However, social media sites also have many disadvantages. However, social media sites also have many disadvantages. Here, the addition is disadvantages. That's why also is in the middle. We talked about advantages. However, social media sites also have many disadvantages. तो बीच में है. Firstly, you are often flooded with requests from unknown or unwanted friends. Today, I got a friend request on Facebook. Let me see. Facebook. I told you that I'm going to clean my list, but sometimes, it's really difficult to decide who you want to remove. Let's see. Notifications. Does anybody know why you get a message like this, notification like this? You have a new friend suggestion. You have a new friend suggestion. Somebody told me that these people have been checking out your profile again and again. So Facebook gives you a friend suggestion, new friend suggestion in iCard. Okay. I got my friend request from a Spanish speaking person today. Social media sites have many disadvantages. However, social media sites also have many disadvantages. Firstly, you are often flooded. You are flooded. Passive voice, guys. You are flooded with आपको ढेर सारे आते हैं ना, यू आर फ्लडेड विद रिक्वेस्ट, ढेर सारे रिक्वेस्ट आते हैं, यू आर फ्लडेड विद रिक्वेस्ट। अब सीखोगे पढ़ोगे तभी तो, एक्सपोजर ही तो सिखाता है। यू आर ऑफ्टन फ्लडेड विद रिक्वेस्ट फ्रॉम अननोन और अनवांटेड फ्रेंड्स। Yeah, they become your friends now. They say wanna be friends. Okay. Unwanted friends. Unwanted friends. Secondly, friends and family may find out too much about your private life. You don't want to share that much. And you may hear about boring events in their lives. Okay, where shall we put what is more? Secondly, friends and family may find out too much about your life. And what is more, you may hear about boring events in their lives. And what is more, you may hear about boring events in their lives. और तो और, हिंदी में बोलते हैं ना, और तो और, what is more, you may hear about boring events in their lives. Also, you can be tagged in pictures. फिर से also आया, आप चाहे तो बीच में भी डाल सकते, यू कैन ऑल्सो बी टैग्ड इन पिक्चर्स। हालांकि ये समझ मेरे हिसाब से अच्छा नहीं रहेगा यहाँ पे। ऑल्सो पूरी की पूरी बात ही एडिशन है कि वन मोर डिसएडवांटेज, ऑल्सो यू कैन बी टैग्ड इन पिक्चर्स दैट you don't want others to see. Also, you can be tagged in pictures that you don't want others to see. You don't want others to see. And if somebody has tagged you in that picture, in that post, then all your friends might be able to see that post. The biggest problem, finally, the biggest problem is that you can waste too much time on Facebook. Some people can even become addicted to it. Where do we put the word perhaps here? Finally, the biggest problem is that perhaps you can waste too much time on Facebook. Okay. Finally, the biggest problem is that you can perhaps waste too much time on Facebook. You can perhaps waste too much time on Facebook. Yes. Finally, the biggest problem is that you can perhaps waste too much time on Facebook. Some people, आप चाहे तो perhaps यहाँ भी लगा सकते हो. Perhaps some people can even become addicted to it. Perhaps some people can become, nah. Some people can become even addicted to it. Some people can even become addicted to it. Naturally, even को रखना चाहिए verb के पहले. Some people can even become addicted to it. Some people can even become addicted to it. So ध्यान रखना. Even, also, only, these are adverbs जिसको आप verb के पहले रखते हो written English में. Where do you place them? Before the verb. Some people can even become addicted to it. कुछ को लगेगा कि even तो addicted के लिए even addicted कर दो. Fine, you can do that, but that's not very natural. What is more natural is some people can even become addicted to it. Despite the disadvantages, social media sites are definitely here to stay. Social media sites are definitely here to stay. चलेगा, ये चलेगा despite the disadvantages. In my post I made about my status about my school, I wrote STC with Ashram is here to stay. Okay, चलेगा, अभी चलेगा ये, इसका कोई खतरा वतरा नहीं है, जाने वाला नहीं कहीं. Social media sites are definitely here to stay. They are now one of the main means of communication worldwide. The fact is that we can't imagine our lives without them. मेरी बात सुनना. This is just an example of how some words actually do not add much meaning to the text or to the message, but they just make the text a little more, I will say, smooth, cohesive, okay, coherent. एक बना देते हैं ये, and smooth बना देते हैं. Fluidity, they offer fluidity to the text. आप इसके बगैर भी तो वही सारी बातें बोले हुए हो भाई. Read, it's good English. But when you add these things, your text becomes a little more, I will say, fluid. Movement from one point to another point becomes more smooth, right? And it becomes more cohesive. एक बन जाता है इससे, ठीक है, जुड़ जाता है एक दूसरे से, जैसे आप जो ये सब डालते जाते हो ना, however, तो इससे ये बात से जुड़ गया, however नहीं है. सोशल मीडिया साइट्स हैव मेनी डिसएडवांटेजेस, ये जुड़ा हुआ नहीं है, देखो. प्लीज ट्राई एंड अंडरस्टैंड. फर्स्ट पैराग्राफ हियर, गिव मी अ सेकंड. हेलो. जी. तो आ गए हैं, घर के पास आप हैं. मैं आ रहा हूँ, ठीक है, वेट करिए 2 सेकंड. हाँ गाइस, पहला पैराग्राफ दूसरा पैराग्राफ में कोई कनेक्शन नहीं अभी फिलहाल. पढ़ो. बट व्हेन यू पुट द वर्ड हाउएवर हियर, देन सडनली देयर इज अ कनेक्शन विद द फर्स्ट. तो कोहेसिव मतलब जोड़ देना, एक कर देना, ठीक है. दैट्स व्हाई यू नीड दीज वर्ड्स. इनके बगैर भी मैसेज वही है, बट दीज वर्ड्स मेक योर टेक्स्ट, मेक योर राइटिंग कोहेसिव. ओके. तो प्लीज फिर से पढ़िए, समझिए. आई विल बी बैक इन अ कपल ऑफ मिनट्स. Hmm. See, it is this one. Yeah, fine. Yeah. Uncomfortability is when I'm sitting on a stone, maybe. That too, if it is pointy. If it is flat, I'm okay. You know, I'm a roughed up person, not very delicate. So, what do these words do? These words just make your text one, bring the idea together. If you look here, social media sites such as Facebook have many advantages. They are an excellent way of keeping in touch with people in your life. इन दोनों लाइन में कनेक्शन नहीं बन पाया, कुछ आप डाल दीजिए तो कनेक्शन बन जाता है। पीछे वाली बात आपने कहा था ना, मेनी एडवांटेजेस, तो कहिए फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, तो मेनी से कनेक्शन बना, मेनी में फर्स्ट, मेनी में फर्स्ट, तो कनेक्शन बनाता है पीछे वाले। सो दीज थिंग्स आर यूजफुल। ऑब्जर्व करिए, अगेन मैं बोलता हूं पर्सनली, जो हिंदी में ये सब अच्छे लिखते हैं वो इंग्लिश में आसानी से सीख जाते हैं। जो हिंदी में अच्छा नहीं लिखते उनको कितना भी सिखाओ मुश्किल होती है, क्योंकि उनके अंदर वो क्षमता नहीं होती। अपनी मदर टंग में नहीं है तो इंग्लिश में कैसे आएगी? गॉट इट? चलो, what was your task? Did you write the audio script for the conversations, the four conversations? And if you haven't, don't know. Guys, why are you all quiet? Tell me, yes or no.
Yes, sir, I have. Yes.
Khushi,
Yes, sir, I wrote.
Yasmin ma'am has said nothing. Yasmin ma'am, you're in the class, you have said nothing. Is everything all right?
No, sir, I'm
I
not thinking
forget,
that.
sir.
You're still sick. Your voice is different.
Yes, sir.
Hmm. Rest, please. What were you saying, Khushi?
I forget and I asked, but no one told me.
Wait. Now say it again.
I forget and I ask to contribute.
You should not speak this way, Khushi. I'm telling you, you have to learn. You have to keep your eyes open. जिस तरह से आप बोल रही थी ना, मुझे प्रॉब्लम इसलिए हुई. You should have said, I forgot. Forget नहीं, मैं उम्मीद नहीं कर रहा ना वहां पर वो वर्ब V1 की. आपको बोलना था I forgot, right? So sometimes what happens when you're not saying the right thing, some people will struggle to understand what you're saying. They will just not understand you. और आपको लगे मैं तो बोल तो रही हूँ सही. Okay? Why did I struggle? Because मैं उम्मीद करता क्या सुनने की? I forgot. मैं तैयार रहता, अच्छा you forgot. She said I forget. तो फॉरगेट में जब आप फॉर को इतना स्ट्रेस कर दोगे तो मुझे थोड़ा मुश्किल होगा, कई लोगों को मुश्किल होगा समझने में। जो जिनको इंग्लिश अच्छी नहीं आती वो आसानी से समझ लेते हैं एक दूसरे को, याद रखना। ठीक? there is a very interesting lesson. A lot of people are sitting there in the hall, okay? And they're talking to each other. They're not native speakers of English. They understand each other very well. They're talking to each other. And then two people from England come on the stage and start talking. And all these people are like, what is going on? They don't understand anything. बताओ, नीचे बैठे एक दूसरे के साथ सब इंग्लिश में बात कर रहे थे और दो अंग्रेज आए इंग्लिश में कुछ बोले, इन लोगों को कुछ समझ नहीं आया क्या हुआ ऐसा भाई? ठीक है? तो पॉइंट यह है कि जब हम अगर अच्छी इंग्लिश की उम्मीद करेंगे तो हम, अगर वो नहीं मिलेगा तो हमें परेशानी होगी। तो आपको आपके आसपास के लोग आसानी से समझ जाएंगे वो दूसरे तरह से, लेकिन जिनकी इंग्लिश अच्छी होगी वो स्ट्रगल करेंगे आपको समझने में कई बार। फॉरगेट नहीं बोल सकते आप, आपको क्या बोलना होगा? फॉरगेट, फॉरगेट, फॉरगेट। फॉरगेट नहीं बोलना है, क्योंकि फॉर को आप जब स्ट्रेस कर दोगे तो फिर वो वर्ड दूसरा साउंड करने लगता है। स्ट्रेस सेकंड सिलेबल पे है। फॉरगेट, फॉरगेट, आई फॉरगॉट, आई फॉरगॉट, आई फॉरगॉट। किधर है फॉरगॉट? नहीं है ना, आई फॉरगॉट। People with a passion. A passion means a strong interest. A very strong interest is called a passion. So, how many of you think you have a passion? First thing. Do you think you have a passion, Rukaiya? A very strong interest. You have a passion? What is your passion? Jishan, do you have a passion?
So, could you explain more
A passion
about
is a very
passion?
strong interest, a very strong interest, something that you love doing. You just enjoy doing it so much. You can maybe
I
skip
just love
anything.
reading novels.
Novels, reading novels. So reading is your passion now?
Yes.
Okay. Uh,
And traveling.
Yes.
traveling is your passion, maybe, Jishan?
Yeah.
Sanjeev,
I just love reading comics.
what did you say?
I just love mm, read, yeah,
Sanjeev, can
read
you can you
comics.
can you disconnect your Bluetooth device? Disconnect your Bluetooth device and speak, please. You'll see how the voice will change. Yes,
Now,
yes, go on, Sanjeev.
okay. I just love read comics, sir.
Reading comics.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Khushi, do you have a passion? Do you have a strong interest? I know what you're studying is definitely not your passion. You told me already, right? You're studying something you don't enjoy, but you are studying because you have to get a job. Your passion is in something else. Perhaps I don't know what your passion is, but what you're studying is not your passion. Which engineering are you doing, Khushi? Sorry,
Electronics.
but you don't enjoy it, do you? It's not something you really enjoy.
Yeah. I think I like chemistry
You like
and yeah, I don't know. I'm just doing what going on.
yeah, going with the flow. Yeah, Zafri, Kundan, Yasmin ma'am, do you have? Yeah, I think I know Zafri has a passion. I think I know. And Kundan, what about you, Yasmin ma'am?
What is my passion, sir?
I think you told me your passion is to build a business. You want to be a rich man someday.
Yes, I want to start a new business from other countries like China, Thailand.
So his passion is, making money, earning money. It's his passion. I mean, we all love money, but we can't call it our passion. Some of us earn money because we need the money, but he just loves it. I'm doing something, he enjoy. He derives a different kind of pleasure out of it. I've seen the way he talks about it, so I felt that it is his passion. When you talk about a topic, people can easily understand that it is your passion, the joy that you feel, the excitement you have in your voice, the energy you bring when you talk about that topic. People can clearly understand that it is your passion. So when Zafri talked about all this, his business ideas and all, he didn't tell me anything in detail, but I kind of understood that, it is his passion. Kundan, Yasmin ma'am.
Sir, I'll tell you later.
Okay, Yasmin ma'am, I'll wait. I like that kind of answer. Kundan.
Sir, for me, I like traveling, sir.
Traveling. So, Jishan and Kundan, I have a question for you, hypothetical. So, suppose you have 1 lakh rupees in your account, and your family members are saying that you should get, this is your money, you can spend it the way you want. They're suggesting you should get an iPhone, maybe. All right. Or maybe a nice bike. Okay. Or what would you do? Would you go traveling with that 1 lakh rupees to new places? Or would you buy an iPhone or something? What do you think?
I would like
Firstly,
to go for traveling, sir.
okay.
Yes, sir. Hmm. Hmm. ठीक है. Yeah, ask them and pay them. I think they will ask you for 25 plus 3, 2800. Yeah, Kundan made his answer very clear that he is going to go traveling. He's not going to buy an iPhone. Jishan.
So firstly, I would like to buy an iPhone, and then I will click my good pictures like aesthetic. I
You
like
like
I like
traveling, but I
uh,
don't think it is really your passion. But anyways, maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe
yeah.
getting an iPhone is a bigger passion. Some people love having expensive phones, and they change their phones every 6 months, every 9 months. It's good to be friends with them. You can buy their second-hand phone at a cheap price. Alexander, what about you? What is your passion? Some people make it an issue of ego, second-hand thing now. I don't mind. Yeah. Yeah, second-hand bike. Yeah, great. If you get it cheap, why not? If it's a good deal, what's wrong? Some people, their self-esteem is very low. They, caress their ego with these things. I have new mobile, new bike. What? If you're getting a discount, if you're getting a good deal, if the bike is in a good condition, if it doesn't look bad, what's wrong if it is a second hand? Why do you have a bike? To make an impression on people or to go around, to travel around? Yeah. Oh, when it is second hand. That's a different attitude. That's totally fair. That makes sense. That makes sense. Why is somebody selling it? But some people are so rich and so, I will say, yeah, and they just, for them, it's necessary that they are up to date. And that's why they get rid of their old things. Not because there is necessarily any problem with the stuff. So your passion is? Drawing. How many hours do you spend on a daily, on average, weekly drawing? Mm. Then do you call it drawing then? Okay. Okay. There was a time I loved drawing. I used to spend a couple of hours on a daily basis drawing. I used to draw a lot. And especially when I was stressed out, I would sit down and draw. Drawing would calm me down. I've always been a loner. I like doing things alone, like drawing, reading comics. I'm not a person who enjoys people's company a lot, but I think I've changed a little bit. Nowadays, I'm okay with it, but I would still prefer to be alone and do things, my own things, have my own company. Yeah, I'm not somebody who enjoys being around people a lot, but I'm okay with it. There was a time I used to feel stressed out, but I'm okay. I've learned to deal with the crowd as well, be with people. What about you? What's your passion? Hmm. You too like being rich. To be rich. Huh. Huh. Go to Goa. Hmm. In your own car. Well, a road trip and a beautiful girl on your side in a skirt, in your skirt or in the niqab. That's the question. Oh, okay. Okay, bros group, not with girls. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, they offer different kind of joy, boys group. It's fun to be with a girl as well, but it's a different kind of fun when you are with boys. Yeah. And- Hmm. Passion is not the right word to, I don't think you could say flying is a passion when you wanted to be a pilot. Okay, I could say that maybe you dreamt of being a pilot, passion. A strong, very strong emotion, I would say. Let's look at the dictionary definition for the word passion, everybody. Khushi has written something. I like exploring new things, places, food. Food should have been on the first place, now, Khushi. Also meeting people, watching reels. Come on, don't call these things passion. These are just lazy
Our
addictions.
sense is passion.
Lazy addictions, because you get that, dose of dopamine and all oxytocin when you're watching these reels because you instant gratification, we call it, just feel good about it. And while you're doing it, of course, meeting people, watching reels, and in career like management work, which I can have whole day. Management work, what do you mean? Personal assistant? CEO?
I have something.
I don't understand. In career, I like management work, which I can have whole day.
Tutor. And like if I go like for a job, working for a job,
Are you also
yeah,
using a Bluetooth device to talk?
yeah.
Please don't do this torture to me, guys. Your voice is so
But
choppy.
but this is neckband. I'm not using it.
Bluetooth it is, right?
Yeah, it is.
A Bluetooth device doesn't have the same quality mic as your device,
Then I can't hear you properly.
I know, and I totally agree that you should use them. But when you want to speak, then just do a little extra work and go back to your internal microphone, you know, only when you're speaking. And I know most of speaking I do in the class, so you guys can definitely have the speakers on. I mean, the headphones on, the earpieces on, no problems.
How can I change it?
How?
There is an option, select a speaker.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, there are options.
To
Speaker,
select the mic,
stream.
select the mic option. Go to the mic options and select the
There
right.
are
in-
options, speaker, speaker.
Well, lovely. Well, I would say I love riding a bike when I have my wife sitting behind me. I have done that and I really enjoy it. But now my body is not as strong as it used to be. So riding a bike comes with a cost to your body, it makes your body suffer. If you're not strong, if you're not young, yeah, that too. And now if I ride my bike for 2 hours or 3 hours, then I start to feel, I'm not very much in shape. I'm not young. I'm not getting young, 45 and plus. So clearly, mm, passion. But yes, I would say I really enjoyed riding my bike, with my bike wife behind me. Hmm. let's say it this way, the person you really enjoy being with, love being with, and if that person is sitting behind you on the bike, riding the bike becomes a lot more fun. Look, passion, a very powerful feeling. Sexual attraction, love, hate, anger, passion, very strong emotion, very powerful feeling. An extreme interest, right? Strong interest for doing something, such a hobby, activity. Okay. So passion is a very strong word, guys. So it has two meanings. Okay. One, passion is very strong, powerful feeling of sexual attraction, love, hate, passion. Crimes of passion. What does that mean, guys? Crimes of passion. When you are unable to process your emotions and you end up doing something you shouldn't do just because of your emotions. Not because you're a bad person or something. You just couldn't control your emotions. Crimes of passion. For example, you found your wife cheating or husband cheating and you ended up killing them. Now, are you a murderer or something? In that moment, you were possessed by your emotions. You were overwhelmed by your emotions and you couldn't really handle it. You ended up killing somebody. So when there is a crime of passion, the judges also understand. And you are given punishment, of course. You've killed somebody, but it is given a special tag, crimes of passion. Usually out of jealousy. Your girlfriend is talking to a guy and you kill that guy. Okay. Crimes of passion. Of course. Emotions do make us idiots. Who will disagree with that? Emotions are really, strong and useful thing. But then if you are give in to your emotions completely, then you are an idiot, no doubt. Okay, guys, take a look at this picture. Look at this man. Look at these small statues, doll types. What are they called? Gnomes. They are called gnomes. They start with G, but they're pronounced gnomes. Okay, gnomes. Think about those people who are always at the stadium with their body painted, and supporting their team. It is their passion. They're at every game of their team, supporting their team. It is their passion, very extreme, strong emotion, passion. So, what do you think? Look at the photo. Why do you think the man? Okay, so guys, what I'm saying, look, it's not that you didn't know the word passion before. It's not that you heard the word out of my mouth for the first time today. It's not like that. You knew the word. But don't you think now you feel the word a little better than earlier, maybe know the word a little better than earlier, maybe? Why? Because we had a conversation about it. Now, do you think it is practically possible for us to have conversation about every word that you want to know? So what is a better way? What is a more practical way of improving your understanding of each and every English word that you know? I'll say constant exposure. And if you think about what you're listening to, you will develop that understanding. So if you want to be really good at English at a level where native people consider themselves, then you have to really, really dedicate yourself. Otherwise, you can be okay, you can communicate in English. But remember, they say, no, जैसा पैसा क्या बोलते हैं जैसे देवता वैसा भक्ति ऐसा कुछ बोलते हैं ना चढ़ावा के लिए क्या बोलते हैं जैसा चढ़ावा वैसा देवता ऐसा कुछ बोलते हैं I mean to say you shouldn't expect results which are beyond your own dedication. As per your dedication, if you know you are giving 50%, 60%, then you should expect your results in the same proportion, right? You shouldn't expect results of 100% because you're not giving women. That's what I'm saying. speaking a language, feeling comfortable with the language. There are people in India, for them, English is like their native language. If you want to be at their level, then you have to do what they have done. Now, many of them were lucky they did it when they were young kids. So you are chasing them, you are competing with them at a time when it has become a disadvantage. Learning a language at an age like this, 20 plus, is not easy. So look at the photo. Why do you think the man has so many gnomes? Look, these are all gnomes, okay? These are gnomes. What are gnomes? These are mythological characters. Mythological characters. Mythology, the word mythology. I don't know. Let's. Do you want me to delve deeper into this? I want to go into the origin of the word mythology. There is a reason why I'm saying this. Okay, I will go a little deeper. Mythology. Okay, and origin. See, everybody knows the word mythology. You have heard the word mythology? Okay. Now I'm taking you here. Read with me. I hope you guys will learn something today. Mythology. Late Middle English. First use, where did mythology origin from? My myths originates in cultures without writing called oral cultures, and they are passed down by word or mouth. Since they are traditional, myths are created by a collective cultural process, not by any author. Moreover, myths must be tales, stories, and not simply religious concepts or practices. Okay, fine. But myth has now changed its meaning. Okay, so perhaps what I was thinking is not going to be okay. Zeus is the god of the sky in ancient Greek mythology. Okay. Okay. So originally, the word myth was only used for stories, but now myth has become synonymous to lies. Now, how did that happen change? Earlier, myth was stories, tales, right? And now myth is synonymous to lies. It's just a myth, people say. It is a myth. And then you say mythology. So, okay, guys, be, straight, open-minded and think. Until a few hundred years ago, whatever people believed, there was no way you could question those things. There was no way you could prove them wrong. Whatever they believed, whatever, could not be proven wrong. May not be proven right, that's another thing, but could not be proven wrong. But all of us know. It's another thing, people argue and all. But the fact of the matter is, we don't know the answers to a lot of questions, but a lot of things that people believe because of their religious beliefs, have already been proven wrong. Those things are not true. So slowly and slowly, now religious beliefs are called mythology too, according to the Greek mythology, according to the Hindu mythology. What does that mean? The stories that you have in the religion. But understand that mythology, you are using the word mythology, Greek mythology, in the Hindu mythology. What does it mean? That the stories that you had. Okay, so mythology, myth. Why did I go there? For passion, no? I was there to see the word passion. I did that. And then mythology. Why am I talking about the word mythology and myth here? Genomes. Okay. Yeah. Gnomes, not genomes. Gnomes. Yeah, old habit. When I didn't know about the silent letters, I used to pronounce it genomes. So sometimes old habits slip in, and I end up saying genomes. Gnomes, not again gnomes. Gnomes, guys. Gnomes. They are pronounced gnomes. G is simply silent. I said genomes, I said gnomes, and then I telling you it is gnomes. It is written here as well. Okay, gnomes. Okay, gnomes. G is silent. So mythological characters, characters which were supposed to have special powers. People today still believe in farishte, angels. Okay, well, it is their belief. They want to believe in it, but you know, they believe that there were characters like these small, dwarfs, and they would be mischievous, funny, and help people create problems. There were so many similar characters in different belief systems. Nymph, nymph word. However, the word nymph has changed its meaning completely today. Okay, today, nymph, if you describe a woman as a nymph, it's not a nice word, guys. A woman who is highly, interested in sex and all is called a nymph. And there is the word nymphomaniac. Nymphomaniac. Nymphomaniac is a woman whose sexual, um, hunger cannot be fulfilled. She's always hungry for it. Nymphomaniac. Okay. So there are terms. Now, nymph comes from also mythology. Okay. A character who lived in water. Okay. I don't know much, but I know this much that, yeah, character lived in mythological character which lived in water. Nymph. Okay. So, yeah. Gnomes is one of those characters, mythological characters, beings. There was one more. I have forgotten. When you do his, bachelor's degree and master's degree in English literature, English literature means you have to study about all these things. Shakespeare, what Shakespeare wrote, and what he believed in those days, 400 years ago. You have to study all those things, of course. So yeah, there were so many such characters, mythological characters. People believe that they were real. Back then, people believed they were real. How could you prove they were not there? People still believe, that if you are saved by angels. But when you die, who kills you then? Why did the angels decide not to save you? So silly. Anyways, I'm not going to get into that argument. Silly, futile. Would you like to have him as a neighbor? That's a good question. Would you like to have this person as your neighbor? Think why we are asking this question. Don't just think about the answer. Think about why we are asking this question. Why? Why would some people like to have him as a neighbor, and why wouldn't some people like to have him as a neighbor? Think about both, and think about yourself. How would you feel about having him as a neighbor? Is it important to have a passion in life? Do you have one? This man has a passion clearly. You can see. Do you think it is important to have a passion in life? What happens when you have a passion in life?
After learning, I don't think that will be good. I think then it's make you crazy to do anything. I don't think it's right.
Passion is a strong interest. Like Virat Kohli has a passion for cricket.
I do have a passion for English speaking.
I wouldn't say I had a passion for English teaching, but I really like sharing what I learned. I loved sharing what I knew about English. I might have told you before, I used to share with my friends and they did not appreciate it. They thought I was showing off. And then I ended up being a teacher. Okay. And they said, wow, wow. Every time I shared something, they were like, okay, tell us more. I felt, wow, I'm being appreciated in the class. I said, I don't want to go anywhere else. This is the nut and shell of how I became a teacher. Okay. I was good at English. I liked sharing what I learned with my friends. जानते हो इंग्लिश में ना ऐसे होता है पता है इंग्लिश में ऐसे कर बोल सकते हैं अरे यार तो बहुत दिखाता है इंग्लिश इंग्लिश हम पूछ नहीं रहे ना तुमसे तुम बोलो अपना I didn't feel appreciated when I shared. And then I came in a class. I shared my knowledge with the guys and they said, हाँ ऐसा अच्छा sir ये I thought अरे ये तो पूछ रहे हो और so I thought ये तो मजा आ रहा है because I like sharing and they were asking. So it just continued. Abhi, I enjoy being in a class where students ask questions. Okay. I'm teaching young kids. It's a different kind of challenge. And I'm taking that challenge because I want to prove a point to Bihar people. I have proved a point with my daughter already. Okay. That one can speak English without going to school. All right. And I'm going to prove another point in a couple of years in Bhashik, that the school is the best place to teach English. All the side classes, spoken English, grammar, they're useless. They are only there because, and they never manage to get you the results you can get from school teaching, because you have plenty of time there. You can go at a very, very relaxed pace. 1 year in class 4, and what do you have to teach? A small book, and the book has so many things to teach. You can just go at a slow pace. Such a nice way to grow the students in their understanding. So 2-3 years, and I'm going to feel really, really good about it. I know everybody will learn what a school can do. बाद में वो करेंगे नहीं करेंगे उनका problem है, okay? But that's the point I want to prove. बिहार शिप में नहीं है, पटना में स्कूल्स नहीं है जहाँ के बच्चे स्कूल में इंग्लिश बोल देते हैं भाई, 6ठी 7वीं, यहाँ भी हैं, but they only highlight those a few students who speak well. Every school has, if you have 3,000 students, of course you have 10-20 good speakers. But what about the rest 2,980? So that's the point I'm gonna prove. And passion, I have passion for answering questions about English. Not necessarily just in the class, anywhere. I know about it and I would love to discuss it. I have a lot of passions actually. I can spend my entire day playing chess. I can spend my entire day playing chess. And then I go to sleep and I have dreams, where when I'm playing, in my dreams, I'm playing chess. I close my eyes and I can see the chessboard. So sometimes I stop because this I don't like, that I close my eyes and I see the chessboard. I don't like that. I have a lot of other passions.
Yeah, remind me to be said I love chess.
Cooking, not only chicken chili, cooking to get compliments. Again, what do I enjoy? I cook and then I bring it to people and they say nice things about what they're eating, and that makes me happy. So my passion is cooking or getting compliments, I don't know. But if I cook and I don't get any compliments, I won't cook, I'm telling you.
People love to get compliment. Orders, give a party.
Uh, I don't know. We will then let the weather cool down a little bit. We will do some cooking. Chicken chili, yeah, why not? And so is having a passion important? How does it impact somebody's life? I think if you want to appreciate life, you must have a passion. If you have never felt those strong emotions, extreme interest in any one thing, you are deprived of something life offers, only human beings can feel. And that's why I also say falling in love is also important. Whether you meet that person, you get that person or not is not important. Falling in love, madly in love is very important. At least you should be familiar with that emotion. There are a lot of unlucky people, unfortunate people who have never felt that strong emotion for anybody. There's their, skeptical nature, cynical nature doesn't allow them to trust somebody so much that they can madly love them, unconditionally love them. And I'm not talking about sexual feelings here. I'm talking about emotional feelings. The feeling that you can do anything for that person. Make the biggest sacrifice for that person. That emotion I'm talking about. It's good to know that emotion. It just it makes your life more, we'll say rich with experiences. Something is missing if you have not experienced that emotion. So this is my personal opinion. Everybody should fall in love. Even if it means you will never have that person, no issues. Just knowing that feeling is important. So that you can understand the world better. You can understand other people better. You have never eaten mangoes. How would you know the crazy love for mangoes people have? You would never understand it unless you have yourself eaten mangoes. So it's like that. If you have never been in love, you'll never understand why some people are crazy like that. By the way, आप लोग जाइए group breakout room में and have a little chit chat, okay? मैंने बोल दिया जितना बोलना था. Your turn now. I'll create only 2 rooms. Or shall I create 3? Everybody is ready to have a little conversation? The topic is very easy. Do you want to have that person as your neighbor? If yes, why? If not, if no, why not? Do you think it is important to have a passion in life? How does it impact people's lives and the way they live? If they don't have a passion, they have a passion. What do you think? What's your opinion? 2 rooms or 3 rooms, guys? 2 people in 1 room? All of you are keeping quiet. Does it mean you're all ready to go and talk there? I hope so.
Yes, sir.
Good,
Yes, sir.
good. Yeah, you guys can talk. Great. Today I just talked about why they're here. A lot of them think spoken English and English are different things. Come on, everybody, join. I think 4, 5 today. Yeah. Some will come tomorrow. Oh, sorry. What did I do? Both of you get together and have a little chat. Zafri,
Yes, sir.
join. How did you come back, Kushi?
The person is not responding in my web.
He's talking there.
I can't hear him.
Yeah, and even I sent another person there. Zafri is also there in the room. Please go.
No.
Yeah, I've just sent him. I've just sent him.
How can I resign?
Can you see breakout room option?
Okay, okay.
He hitchhiked. He hitchhiked his way to India. He hitchhiked his way to India. To India. मतलब ऐसे ऐसे करते करते इंडिया आ गया. Hitchhike. Oh, okay. Hmm. 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 No, he's not. He's saying I'm indifferent. I don't care whether he is my neighbor or not. I don't care.
But want us.
Hmm.
Just
So, how would you feel if you have somebody who is so
passionate about any
about something
Yeah.
so much? He's your neighbor.
like Dhoni is selecting over 150 pounds. Like, not very much.
Is passion important? We call people like you indifferent. You are indifferent. Depends on how people see it. Some people will not see it in a positive way. You don't care about people around you, don't care about society around you, you're indifferent. Some people will say, yeah, you're smart, you're practical, you know, you can't do much about it. So why feel bad about what's going on? Just ignore because you can do nothing. So, like I said, depends on how you see it. Things can be viewed from different perspectives. Indifferent means didn't care about what's going on, good, either in good or bad way, doesn't matter. He's indifferent as a neighbor.
Nothing about that.
Hmm. I don't want to talk about it on camera, on recording, but I will ask you this question later. The other day you talked about misogyny. Misogyny. So you said you consider yourself a misogynist. You consider yourself a misogynist.
Yeah.
Why do you have a problem with women?
We have
Some women do.
yeah, yeah.
Some women do. Okay, it's their problem. But women, because they're women, they do it. Or some women are individuals, that's why they do it.
I don't know. I think they are doing that's why they do.
Um, so that way, every woman should be that way because they're all women.
Yeah.
So all women are like that, negative in your opinion.
Not all. There are something exception as there.
Exception.
Yeah.
Majority of women are bad.
Not good. Most exceptions are good. Most of them are bad.
Most women are bad. What is bad about that?
They behave differently. I can't understand why they are doing it.
You don't understand why.
No.
Okay. प्रणाम हाँ बोलिए ना क्या बोले हैं जी कुछ नहीं बस फी खाली फी पे करना और क्या 5,000 जो कर दीजिए आप ठीक है भेज दीजिएगा बोलिए ना ठीक 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 कोई बात नहीं कोई बात नहीं हाँ वो तो हो ही रहा है वो तो सबसे जरूरी चीज बोलिए ना हाँ हाँ हम्म, बिल्कुल बिल्कुल कोई टेंशन मत लीजिए ओके
I think I'm not that bad.
No. You are just not doing enough reading, I would say. That's all. Reading, yes.
What?
Subject matters that you are expressing your opinion on. Okay. Traditionally, okay, can we just talk about it for a minute? Women are considered to be manipulative. It's a general opinion. Women are manipulative. Women manipulate. Women manipulate. It's a very, very common perception of a lot of people of women. A lot of people believe that women are manipulative. And I agree they are manipulative, but I don't hold it against them. Why? Because I understand why they have ended up being manipulated. Women have not been in power themselves. So what is the second best thing? Be on the side of the people with power. For that, you have to use manipulation. So that's why they have been manipulated. But a lot of women today are very self-dependent, self-sufficient. Why would they be, manipulative at all? They do what they like. They are very easygoing. They're very happy-go-lucky. They're as fun as men are. They will get drunk and dance and do silly stuff, and they won't care about your opinion or anything, just like men do. So the thing is, some women have managed to break the shackles. They are living life on their own terms and conditions. They don't have to be manipulative. But where you keep women in shackles, you keep them away from power, from being in the center stage, from being on the driving seat, what will they do? They will definitely manipulate the person on the driver's seat. And that's what they do. You see in a lot of families, saas bahu quarrel. They are not quarreling with each other. They're quarreling for the attention of the man who brings money home. Because they are not bringing money home. They both depend heavily on that man. So they want that person to be on his side, to be on their side. They want to be in the good books of that person. Whatever it takes, they manipulate, they do all the silly stuff. Watch Yudha Akbar and see what Mahamanga is doing there. Why? So it's human nature, not women's nature. It's human nature. Because women are in that situation, so some people, foolishly, I will say, think it is women's nature. Put men there in that situation, men will do the same. It's human nature. Okay, guys, I'll see you all tomorrow. We'll continue, okay?
Yes, sir.
Bye-bye.
Okay, sir. Bye, sir.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.